Have you ever questioned the nature of reality? What if everything we see, feel, and experience isn't quite what it seems? This isn't the start of a science fiction story. It's a question that philosophers and scientists have pondered for centuries. Now, with the rise of powerful computers and virtual reality, it's more relevant than ever. Could we be living in a sophisticated simulation, completely unaware of our true existence? The very fabric of our existence, the things we take for granted, could be nothing more than lines of code in a supercomputer. It's a mind-bending concept, challenging our perception of the world around us. But is it just a fantastical notion? Or could there be some truth to this intriguing possibility? Let's journey down the rabbit hole and explore the fascinating world of the simulation hypothesis. Imagine a world indistinguishable from our own, yet entirely fabricated. That's the essence of the simulation hypothesis. This theory proposes that what we perceive as reality is actually a highly advanced computer simulation. It suggests that beings far more technologically advanced than us have created this artificial realm. Maybe they are studying us, perhaps entertaining themselves, or perhaps it's a grand experiment we can barely comprehend. The simulation hypothesis isn't a new idea. Philosophers have wrestled with the nature of reality for centuries. Ancient Greek thinkers like Plato pondered the limitations of our senses. But the modern concept gained significant traction with the rise of computing and virtual reality. The more we delve into creating simulated worlds, the more plausible the idea becomes that we might be living in one ourselves. The simulation hypothesis has captured the imaginations of many, including some of the most brilliant minds of our time. Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX, is a vocal proponent of this theory. Musk has stated that the odds of us living in base reality are 1 in billions. He bases this on the exponential advancements in technology, particularly in virtual reality and artificial intelligence. Another prominent figure is Nick Bostrom, a philosopher at Oxford University. Bostrom's 2003 paper, "Are You Living in a Computer Simulation?" laid out a compelling argument for the hypothesis. He argues that if civilizations reach a point where they can create such simulations, it's highly probable that we are already in one. These are not fringe thinkers, but individuals at the forefront of their fields. Their willingness to entertain this idea speaks volumes about its intellectual weight. Proponents of the simulation hypothesis point to several intriguing aspects of our universe that hint at the possibility of a simulated existence. One compelling piece of evidence lies in the very nature of our reality. At its core, the universe appears to be governed by mathematical laws. From the orbits of planets to the behavior of subatomic particles, everything seems to follow precise equations. Could this be evidence that our reality is, at its heart, a complex computer program? Another intriguing clue lies in the bizarre world of quantum mechanics. This branch of physics deals with the often counterintuitive behavior of matter at the smallest scales. Particles can exist in multiple states at once, and their behavior seems to be influenced by observation. Some physicists suggest that this strange behavior might be explained if our reality is a simulation with limitations in its rendering capabilities. Section 5. Doubts and Counterarguments. Despite its intriguing nature, the simulation hypothesis is not without its critics. Skeptics argue that it's impossible to prove or disprove, making it an unscientific theory. How can we definitively test whether our reality is simulated if we can't step outside the simulation itself? Others point out that the hypothesis relies on assumptions about the capabilities of advanced civilizations. Just because we can envision creating sophisticated simulations doesn't mean that such a feat is even possible, let alone probable. The vastness of the universe, while suggestive of countless possibilities, also makes it difficult to draw definitive conclusions. The debate is far from settled, and the lack of concrete evidence leaves room for healthy skepticism. Section 6. The search for evidence. While proving or disproving the simulation hypothesis might seem impossible, some scientists are exploring potential avenues for gathering evidence. One line of inquiry focuses on searching for limitations or glitches in the simulation. Just like a computer program can have bugs, our simulated reality might betray subtle inconsistencies if we look closely enough. Another approach involves studying the cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang. Some physicists theorize that this radiation might contain subtle patterns or anomalies that could point to a simulated universe. While these efforts are still in their early stages, they offer a glimmer of hope for finding concrete evidence to support or refute this mind-boggling idea. Section 7. What if it's true? The implications of living in a simulated world are far-reaching and profound. If our reality is nothing more than a sophisticated illusion, it challenges our very understanding of existence, free will, and the meaning of life. Does it even matter if our choices are predetermined by lines of code? Or are our experiences still valid within the context of the simulation? The ethical implications are equally staggering. If we are living in a simulation created by a more advanced intelligence, what responsibilities do they have towards us? Are we merely playthings for their amusement, or do they have a moral obligation to ensure our well-being? The answers to these questions could reshape our understanding of our place in the cosmos. Section 8. The power of imagination. Whether or not the simulation hypothesis proves to be true, it serves as a powerful testament to the boundless nature of human imagination. The ability to conceive of such a mind-bending concept speaks to our innate curiosity and our drive to understand the universe and our place within it. Even if we are merely the product of a sophisticated computer program, it doesn't diminish the beauty, complexity, and wonder of the world around us. The relationships we forge, the emotions we experience, and the memories we create all hold value, regardless of whether they are real in the absolute sense. Section 9. A universe of possibilities. The simulation hypothesis is a captivating thought experiment that forces us to confront the limitations of our perception and the vastness of the unknown. It reminds us that the universe is full of mysteries, and what we perceive as reality might be just the tip of a cosmic iceberg. While we may never know for sure if we're living in a simulation, the very act of contemplating this possibility opens our minds to new ways of thinking about the universe and our place within it. So, the next time you gaze up at the stars, consider this. Are we looking out at a vast and indifferent cosmos? Or are we glimpsing the intricate workings of a reality beyond our wildest imagination?